No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about handbags. Today, girls, I'm going to share a dirty little secret with you, okay? And today, you're going to help me clean out my closet. That's right, we are going to trash all of the fake handbags and make room for the things in my closet that I truly treasure, cherish, and use. I want to be completely open and honest on my channel, okay? So, let's go back to almost a year and a half ago now. I started my YouTube journey. At that time, I also started an Instagram just for fashion and beauty. Check me out over at Midwest Overdressed. I thought that I needed a bunch of beautiful handbags in order to be successful at YouTube and Instagram. And I would go on Instagram and see all these girls with their Chanels and their Givenchy and all these beautiful handbags that I loved looking at and I really wanted, but I can't really afford them, right? I mean, I don't know how many of you girls out there can actually go run out and buy a handbag the second it hits the market and not even think twice about it. Not me, that's for sure. I have to save up and really plan for a big luxury purchase like that. And I think most people are the same way. So I was at a local charity event and they were raffling off these baskets with little treats in them, and one of them was a luxury inspired handbag. So I of course put my raffle ticket in that bucket and I won this beautiful handbag. Designer inspired, they said. No way, this was like legit. It looked exactly like the real one that I've been lusting for over a year. I was like, this is legit, and I was floored. I mean, I was just like, I'm gonna carry this all over town, and I'm just so excited to post it all over my Instagram, and I'm finally gonna be one of those influencers that has multiple handbags to display, right? But then, girls, I started using it, and first of all, it smelled. It smelled very chemically, but I didn't care, of course. I let it air out. And I even put a little lavender sachet inside to make it smell a little bit better. But everything I put inside also got the chemical smell. I used this bag a lot when I first got it, but then I started noticing all the rippling. So I'll show you here. It's like, it's rippling, it's bent out of shape. It's the outside leather or whatever this material is actually coming away from the bag, and it just, you can see more down here, see all this rippling? It's just really starting to look shabby. And so I retired it to my display shelf as just a placeholder for the real bag. That's what I thought this was gonna be. I'm just gonna put it on my shelf, and then when I get my real one that I still really want, it can just pop right into that spot and I'll just get rid of this one, right? But then I was hooked because this looked so real at first. Let me tell you girls this, and maybe you've noticed this, I don't know if it's just because I have an Instagram that's devoted mainly to fashion and I follow a lot of the other fashion girls out there, but I started getting a ton of friend requests from these factory handbags, and I will admit that I got a little sucked in. I went a little crazy, okay? I believe I have 4 fake handbags. They're not designer inspired, okay? These are legit not. And I don't feel bad talking about this because I feel like nobody else is really talking about this on YouTube. I don't see a lot of other videos about it. I don't see people posting about it on Instagram, but this is a real trend. This is a real thing, and it opened my eyes. It made me start watching some of these Instagram girls that I follow and really looking at their handbags, and guess what? A lot of them are fake. They're fake. So all these Instagrammers, I thought, oh my gosh, they must be so rich. They've got everything. They've got it all. I'm so jealous of them. Guess what? They don't. They don't have it all. Like, most of them don't even look real up close. And the most embarrassing thing, let me tell you, is being out at the mall with your fake handbag and there's a girl right next to you in line at the store that has the real one. And you can see like how bad yours looks compared to the real deal. Okay, so no one wants to be in that embarrassing situation. Just don't do it. Don't give your money to China and these organizations that are really bad and toxic in more ways than one. We're gonna get into that in just a minute. So why do I say it's toxic? Because like I talked about with my fake Givenchy here, poor old girl, she's been through a lot. She's falling apart. Why? Because she's not made with real leather. I don't know what this is. It's like PVC. I don't know. They call it PU leather because guess what? PU, it stinks. And it's loaded with chemicals that are probably not good for you, safe for the environment, safe to be around your pets and your children. And you're touching it every day. And there's the metal hardware. So we know this isn't the right kind of hardware that would be on this bag, but what is this metal made of? What is it coated in? I don't know because this is a fake handbag. It's not the real deal. Ingredients in my home and sharing the air with me that I breathe and my children breathe. And not only that, but these factories in China, they destroy the environment. They don't care about all the chemicals they're dumping into the waterways to make these stinky fake bags. This is my first illegitimate, like I knew going into it that this was a fake handbag. I had to Western Union money to China to get it. And in all the photos, it looked really good. It looked good to the bag that had just come out that was on Louis Vuitton's website. But then I got it and I couldn't use it because look at this hardware. The hardware is so shiny, like brassy orange almost, I would say. It is just hideous, okay? So that's why it lives up there on my shelf, because if I ever took this out in public, like this would be embarrassing. This is embarrassing. And then I couldn't even return it because, hello, how do you return it to China, you know? So yeah, I just keep this, just a dust collector. It's just for display purpose on my shelf up there. I do not actually use this because I would be so embarrassed if someone saw me with this, like, girl, you're trying to pass off that bag as legit, and it's sad. It's like a sad situation when you see someone with a bag that's obviously fake, and because you feel sorry for them, like, oh my gosh, she can't afford the real thing, so she had to go buy a really bad, cheap, fake bag. So I would never want someone to feel that way about me, so I don't ever take her out. I don't ever use this bag. This was a total waste of a couple $100. If I could have saved that up, I could have actually saved up and bought the real deal. But once I did have the money saved, I'd already had my eye on something else. So this was like a flash in the pan. Okay, my next victim is the YSL Lulu in gunmetal. Guys, you've probably seen this on my Instagram a ton. When I first got this bag in, I put it with every single outfit. It wasn't until I got a real YSL Lulu that I realized how bad this looks. Okay, so here is the imposter with the gunmetal hardware, right? Look at the stitching on that. Oh, look at the color of the leather. It's like, it looks like plastic, okay? Here's the real deal, okay? So as you can see, this YSL logo on the black bag, it's not the right size, okay, as the real one. It's thinner, it's smaller. The bag itself is actually a little bit smaller. So like the entire bag is too small. The logo is too small. Yeah, I mean, from far away, sure, fine, whatever. But now that I have the real thing, there's no comparison. There's just no comparison. The way this feels and the way this feels, no thank you. When I got this bag, was right after I was done buying. I bought 4 of the fake handbags and then I was done because I was like, these don't look real, they don't look good. Maybe to use on my Instagram to take a picture, but I can't actually bring them out in the real world because I'll get laughed out of town. And why am I wasting my money on this? So I just started saving up that money I was spending on the fake handbags and I bought a real one. And I love it. I'm gonna have it forever. It's going to wear so much better than these cheap ones. And I'm gonna pass it down. Or if I get tired of it, like I just did with my Gucci Marmot, I sold it and I took the money and I bought another handbag. So that's what's great about the real handbags, is that yes, they cost more, but it's because they're worth it. They have value. You can keep them forever, or you can resell them and get some of your money back to buy a different handbag or do whatever you want with. So it just makes sense to save up, buy the real bag, and then you're not, you know, embarrassed and supporting gang members or supporting toxic chemicals being dumped into our environment. So to me, it's just a no-brainer. I'm sorry that I ever bought those bags, and I never, ever, ever will be tempted to buy another one on Instagram again. Feel so much better, clearing out all that crap and making way for new handbags that are going to come into my life when I can afford them. Until next Friday, we'll see you.